it's Teacher Bernadett again, and welcome to another morning ring. So yesterday was our first morning ring, which means that it was on Monday. So what day is it today? Tuesday, very good. And can you remember the days of the week? How many are there again? 7. And the names, can you remember those? Get out your days of the week circles or paper plates. If you don't have them, quickly pause this video and go and run and get them, and we'll get started. So yesterday was Monday, the first day of the week. Today is Tuesday, the second day of the week. Tomorrow will be what? Yes, Wednesday, the third day of the week. After Wednesday, we have Thursday, the fourth day of the week. Then we have Friday, the fifth day of the week, followed by, what's next? What's after Friday? Saturday, the sixth day of the week. And then our last day of the week, it also comes before Monday and after Saturday, and that is Sunday, our 7th day of the week. Very good, everyone. And can you remember what month we're in again? The month of June. Very good. And the month of June is the 6th month of the year. Now, can you remember the names of all the months of the year? Let's make sure by singing our song. You ready? 1, 2, 3. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Very good, everyone. That was excellent singing this early in the morning. Now, because it's Tuesday, it means it's our literacy day. And that also means that we are learning about a new letter of the alphabet. Now, the letter we are learning about today and this week, because we're going to keep learning about it, is the letter Q. Now, the letter Q makes the sound qu, and it can be found in words like queen, quill, some old type of pen used to write with, a quilt, which is a type of blanket, a quail, a type of bird, and what other words can you think of? Let me know, because the sound qu makes a lot of sounds, but we often forget them. We have to think quick to think about the words that start with the letter Q that make the sound qu. And we'll learn how to write that letter in our activity later. But we also have to do our alphabet song, because what is Literacy Day without singing the alphabet song? So let's get ready. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Very good, everyone. So now it's time to get onto our theme. The theme that I know we all love, even if you don't like learning all the time, we still love music. So if you're feeling down this week, a little sad, a little angry, or you're just very happy, put on your favorite song and dance to it. If you're happy, you will really enjoy your song. If you're a little bit sad or angry, maybe your favorite song can help you feel better. I have to ask you a question. Who makes music? Who makes the music you listen to? What do they do? Who is everyone that is involved in making your music? Because it's not just one person singing and dancing and playing instruments. There are so many people and all of them do different things. So today, that's what we're going to learn about a bit. So the first thing we all know very well is that we have a singer. A singer is the person that sings the songs that we love to hear. We are all singers because we can all sing, and we all love singing our nursery rhymes. So even if you don't think you can sing that well, you can sing that well, I promise you. But we are all singers, no matter how good, and we all love singing. Then we have our musicians. Now musicians comes from the word music. And what makes music? We did this yesterday. It is what? Instruments. Very good. And here are some instruments. That's a guitar. Oops, that was a bright light. Okay, so those are some instruments. We also did instruments yesterday. But a musician, or musicians, are the people that play the instruments. Now they can be anyway, they can be a pianist, which is someone that plays the piano. They can be a cellist, someone that plays the cello. They can be a guitarist, someone that plays the guitar. So you can think of a few other instruments and, just guess what they might be called, or go find out what they might be called. Go find your favorite instrument and see what the person that plays that instrument is called. Then we have an artist. Now an artist can be a musician, someone that plays the musical instruments, or it can be a singer, or it can be someone that does both. A lot of people do both, and those are called artists. Artists can also be called, or can also sometimes be poets, someone that reads poetry, someone that does painting or pottery. So artists is very big, but it does also include singers and musicians. Then one more that I'm going to talk about, is a composer. Can you say composer? Composer. Okay, so a composer is someone that writes the music. Now it's not someone that writes the words of the songs, that is just a songwriter. But a composer is someone that writes the music. So the music notes, like I did on our little theme poster, all these notes on the lines, that is what a composer does. So now you know who's involved in making the music. You also know what makes music. So I'll see you tomorrow and I can tell you even more. Can you guess what I'll tell you? You have to come and find out, and I'll see you all later for all our fun activities. Bye everyone. Hi everyone, it's me, Teacher Bernadett, again. And now it's time for our Tuesday activity. So our Tuesday activity is always us learning how to write a letter. And what's the letter we're learning about again this week? What's the name of the letter? The letter Q. And the letter Q makes what sound again? Qu. And what words can you think of that start with the sound Qu or the letter Q? Quick, quail, quilt, queen, quill, and quiet. I'm sure you all know quiet very well because everyone always tells you to keep quiet. Okay, but that's just another word that starts with the letter Q that makes the sound que. So now let's get to writing our letter. This letter is a little bit tricky because it's a little bit fancy. It has its own tail, which is, I think, is pretty cool. So you get out your whiteboards or your paper or whatever you're going to use, but leave your Play-Doh for after this because I want you to practice writing it first, and then you can practice with Play-Doh making the letter with your hands and your Play-Doh. So I'm going to need one of my cookies. What color shall we use? Let's use blue. I'll use blue today. So the letter Q that makes the sound que is only in the tummy line and the tail line. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of the tummy line, but we're not going to start at the edge like we normally do. We're going to start a little bit further away. Okay, so we're going to start further away, and we're going to go, how do we do it? We're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the tail line, and then you're going to take it halfway to the tail line and almost make like an arrow at the bottom. Okay, and that is our fancy que tail. Then you can either go back to the top, making sure not to make a double line if you're not moving your pencil, or you can lift your pencil like I am, go back to your line and make a big fat tummy that goes to the tummy that you drew. So it's going to go to this side of your paper. Okay, so let's do a few more. Now sometimes your tail, can be a little bit big, sometimes it will be smaller. It doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't go all the way to that line. There has to be a little bit of space and you have to see it. So it cannot be that tiny. Can you see that tiny line? Because I can't, and I'm right here. So it has to be a nice longish line and a big fat tummy for our Q. Okay, and that is how you write your Q. So what I want you to do is to practice writing your Q on your papers or your whiteboards or your chalkboards. You also can build it with toys and Lego. You can put it out in the shape that you need. You can use your Play-Doh to make your Q. You can also do your workbook, your My Q workbook, or your My Que workbook if you are working with the sound. But remember, the letter Q makes the sound que. And that is our letter Q. I hope you have fun with the letter Q and can think of some quirky words. Quirky means funny. That also start with the letter Q or the sound que, like quirky. And I'll see you all soon. Bye everyone. Hi everyone, it's Teacher Bernadett again, and welcome to another art activity. So today is day 2 of making our own musical instruments. Yesterday we made shakers. Today we are going to make drums. Now we're going to make drums using tin cans, and we're not going to cover it. We're going to leave this open because sometimes it's difficult to find balloons, especially during this lockdown. So if you have a plastic lid, you can use the plastic lid, or we're just going to use a metal lid. So what you can use for your drumsticks is your fingers, your hands, or pencils. You can even use paintbrushes, sticks from outside, sticks that you buy at craft stores, and if you want to paint those, of course you can paint those. I'm not going to do that today, so if you want to do it, you can do it. Now what you're going to need for today is 1 or 2 or however many cans, empty cans you have that you can use. And then we're also going to need some paint. Now, if your paint struggles to stay on your can, what you can do is, oh, now I can't find a piece of paper. I just had one. So what you're going to do is you can take a piece of scrap paper and you can see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you can just use a bit from the top. So you can paint your piece of paper, then glue it onto your can and cut off the top and put it in the middle if you need to, but most cans won't need to. And then you have your drum. So let's get started. There you go, your very own drum. I can't pick mine up, maybe I can, because the paint is still a little bit wet. So you're just going to leave that somewhere to dry, and then when it's done you can take whichever sticks you chose, whether you chose to make them or paint them or pick them up from the garden or just use your crayons. You can start playing your drum. So I hope that was fun. And I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting art activity, as well as for, you know, all the other things we do. Okay, bye everyone.